To say No Man's Sky was a bit of a disappointment feels like an understatement. Now, of course, many people did enjoy the game when it came out and are probably still enjoying it, as replays have gone through, or people still enjoying the game for what it is. But, of course, numerous people were left very disappointed by the final product. Of course, it did not live up to various promises made in trailers, screenshots, and direct comments from Hello Games and Sean Murray, and thus, of course, it has been the topic of numerous debates and discussions over the past few months. Now we have some comments from the SIE Worldwide Studios President Shawn Leyden, and he's given his 2 cents on the ambition of Hello Games and the execution of No Man's Sky. Now, he made these comments when speaking on Live with YouTube Gaming, and he said that he believes Sean Murray and his team had a, quote, incredible vision of what they were going to create. He said it was something that had never been done before, which was a, quote, very huge ambition for a very small team. Now, of course, it didn't really launch exactly to what most of us were expecting. Leyden did say that Hello Games is still working on it and, quote, getting it closer to what their vision was. And he went on to say, quote, what we learned from No Man's Sky is that we don't want to stifle ambition, we don't want to stifle creativity, we don't want to put people into slots where they must execute against an action-adventure path, or a fighting path, or a shooting path, and perhaps over time it will reveal itself to be all that it can be. Now, he also spoke a bit more generally about the industry and said that it's a place where people can realise their ambitions, and of course it is definitely a place where you can express your creativity. Of course, there are elements where that's not true. For example, very cookie cutter games that are just made by market research and that sort of thing. But of course, we have the indie gaming space and other even AAA games, AAA studios taking risks with different ideas and exploring different mechanics and that sort of thing. And Leyden said, quote, no one slinks away from a huge challenge, and sometimes you just don't get all the way there on the first go, which I would say is a fair assessment of No Man's Sky. To be honest, I doubt it'll ever get to what was promised. It's a huge project in itself. That would be like another basically games development worth of work to bring all those features that was promised and bring the game up to what people were actually hoping for when they bought it. But if it was, I mean, I hope so, because, well, that game that was promised, that sounds pretty good, to be honest with you. So hopefully it does happen, and they are still working on it, they are still improving on it. Maybe it will get to where it is supposed to be. Even if it only improves and gets better, that's still a good thing, even if it never lives up to the promise, the overhype that it received. I'm glad that they're still working on it despite the negativity that's been surrounding the game, because of course for the numerous people who've been enjoying it, it's only a good thing, and perhaps someday it'll be a better state and people can look back on it and go back to it and go, do you know what, now with a couple of extra years in the oven, it's much better, or maybe not, perhaps the damage has been done. Regardless, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.